I have spent my whole life playing the role of the villain in other people's stories because humanity has become so overrun by ego for anyone to survive being the villain in my truth. And that's a whole story on its own. But I came to that realization after I journeyed to the center of the earth to search the depths of my soul, looking for the hidden fragments of my awareness and to collect them up and put them back together again. So basically, I realized that the problem wasn't me. What I did realize is that the problem wasn't them either, and that everyone was right. So the organic division in humanity can be reduced down to two groups, and it's not male or female, and it's not 50-50%. From what I can tell, from what I've seen, from all the pieces I've put together, from lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of work and discernment, and those are stories for other days. Anyway, my point is, the way the world is working is wrong, and everybody knows that. And everybody has their own idea or theory or solution to the problem. And the thing is that they're all right. Because the problem is not as simple as it's this or that. So anyway, that was already longer than I was meant to speak because this is going to be too long anyway. But from what I can gather from all the pieces, and I've got my whiteboard to show you because it just is easier to show, but the divide in humanity, that the way it's meant to balance is that the two groups it comes down to is oh God, can you see that? Alright, so we've got 91.7% of humanity here in one group, and then we've got 8.3% of humanity in the other group. The matrix isn't false. It's falsely applied, right? So the matrix was designed to help the 8.3% of people support the 91.7% of people, right? So it came through to me like this, right? Let's say, alright, so the 8.3% were given the game plan, and the 91.7% were given the rules of the game. And so we've locked ourselves into the matrix accidentally because the 8.3% have taken the matrix and they've gone around the 91.7% and said, this is how you need to proceed. This is the way to do things. And then the 91.7 have gone around the 8.3 saying, these are the rules that you have to abide by. Alright? And so they're going around and around and around and around each other. They're trying to apply rules to them and they're trying to guide them. But the matrix only applies to the 8.3%. And then they use the matrix to guide the 91.7%, right? But instead, because they knew that they were here to guide, they've taken the gameplay and then they've tried to guide humanity with the gameplay. But because the gameplay is for them and they're the opposite, that's where the polarizing is, it's derailed them. And at the same time, because the 91.7% are saying, no, you've got to abide by these rules here, which the rules apply to them and not them, it's trapped them in. So that's where our vicious circle fucking came from in the first place, is because we were just trying to help each other and we got confused. Anyway, that's a whole story on its own as well. But the reason I think this happened is because when religion surfaced, and when I say religion, I'm assuming I mean like Roman Catholic, whatever the mainstream, whenever that stuff came in, it forced a excuse me, it forced a wedge into the synthesizing process, which added a nonsense polarity and it shifted humanity's perception. And that's going to be videos on its own as well. But this video today was basically one, to hold myself accountable about actually trying to get out all of this crazy ass knowledge that I have from my journey that is still unfolding, and I realize that I'm at a place where I need other people's contribution, but it needs to be from a very non-biased place, like to get actual results. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. Alright, so basically I think that to realign, to remove that wedge, to realign the whole sequence, alright, I lost my train of thought, but I'm back. Okay, so moving forward, I think that the 8.3% of the people need to come together and learn how to master the matrix that they're in so that they can apply it to the rest of humanity. And humanity, within that 91.7%, there's two groups there as well, so I'll explain that more in a different video. Sorry, the dog's just at my tripod. But they will need to figure out which direction they are going in, and it's all, anyway, that's all another video. My point is that I need to get this out of me, because this information isn't helping anyone inside my head, and I can't be the only one. There's another, like, I'm part of the 8.3%, and I need to know who else resonates with the 8.3%, because we are the way forward for humanity. Yeah, I'd like to, let me know what resonates, and I'm going to try and do some more videos. Alright, wish me luck.